Grand day, amazing souls. How are you feeling? So, I'm laying there and I was doing some research and I started thinking about something and then something came across my mind. So, I was listening to the great Erin one day and she was talking about how, um, talking about frequencies and energy and vibration and some of the ways that it works, right? So, something happened with me. Um, what happened was I had brought an acquaintance something, and it was so crazy and ironic because just 2 hours later, maybe 3 hours later, that thing that I brought this individual was given away, right? So I'm like, and it's been a whole bunch of red flags, and I know, I talk about how I only allow three flags and whatnot. I'm still learning, y'all. I'm still learning, right? Um, and it does not only pertain to men. However, I've been getting more and more experience with the guys. So when I do get the experiences with the females, right? It's like, okay, I gotta pay extra attention because the feminine energy is is a different speed. Okay, I'll put it like that. So anyway, at this point, when this individual had given away that thing that I brought for her, I was already kind of like, right? No, it was that day. It was that day when I said, yeah, I really don't know if I ever want to deal with this energy again, right? It was later on that day. And so I'm going to say about 20 days after that, maybe. Now, mind you, I haven't really been dealing with this individual, this energy at all. So I give something to the daughter, right? And the daughter loses that thing that I give her. Now, it was an iPhone, right? And I'm just like, whoa, wait a minute. What is going on here? Right? Because I'm seeing a pattern now. I'm seeing that this individual and this whole individual's energy is not able to hold this vibration, right? And at this point, I'm like, whoa, what is going on? These energies, I swear, they all around. They like Mr. Smith's around here. Anyway, so as I'm laying in the bed a few moments ago, now this happened about 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago. As I'm laying in the bed, so it's like, remember what Erin was talking about? And I'm like, yeah. They was like, well, this is the reason why they cannot hold that energy. The crazy thing is, 333, just 2 nights ago. Yeah, just 2 nights ago. Now, the little girl, she has a phone. However, right, um, my children, they play Roblox. I hear this little girl say to my daughter, Sanera, bitch, shut the fuck up. And I'm like, whoa, hold up. And I told my daughter to get off that phone. And she knew exactly what I meant because she knew I did not want her on that phone with that little girl ever again. Matter of fact, to even associate, right? And my daughter quit the jest. I didn't even have to say nothing. And it reminds me, I need to have that talk with her and let her know I don't want her mingling with that type of energy. But she already don't want to, right? The thing for me is having to set that boundary with people, places, and things. And it's like I don't want to be the bearer of, I don't know, one of those who dictates, right? I don't want my daughter to think that I'm dictating because I could just see where it's heading. Same thing happened with my mom. My mom told me not to hang with these girls, and I almost got my sisters live. Their lives were in jeopardy because I wanted to keep hanging with the same energy. That energy just turned on me out of nowhere. I don't know what happened. I don't know why. The energy just turned on me, right? And I seen that same exact thing with my daughter back in Baltimore. The energy just turned on her, right? And that's because, children don't want to listen sometimes. They have to experience it for themselves. So I'm seeing the same, it's some kind of pattern with my daughter, my oldest daughter at this point, and she want to hang around this energy. And I'm like, fine, I don't want to be in the middle of it, right? So I just let go. If you want to hang with it, hang with it. But my youngest daughter, no. You're going to stay in the house or find some other children to, engage with. But my whole point of this video is because we have to understand energies that are not on our frequencies, right? And it's not always a bad thing. Sometimes when these circumstances come up and these situations come up, it's to show us that, hey, this ain't cool. Because I'll tell you this, I'm the type of individual, if somebody buys me something, I'm going to receive it with with kindness, with unconditional love. I'm not going to stand there in someone's face and turn around and give it away, right? And that right there let me know where her loyalty was and where her trust was, just showed me the individual that she was. And I'm just like, wow. If we really pay attention to things, people, and places, the nouns, right? We will see exactly what we need to see. However, we will keep on going through these trials because we're not paying attention sometimes. And I know that's true for me. I'm so busy moving that sometimes I miss the bigger pictures, right? So remember to always pay attention to what's going on around you and the signs and synchronicities that you're being shown and given, because they are for a reason, an important reason, 9 times out of 10, right? So don't, this is something that I'm learning to do. Just really take my time to go within on everything. Okay, why did that happen? Especially things that I don't agree with, things that I don't like. You know, if I'm sitting there and I'm like, Source, I feel some kind of way that she gave away that thing that I gave her. Sit back and think about that. So, with that being said, I love you. I love me. I love us. I love we. Peace. Have an amazing rest of your day. And remember, it pays to pay attention. Peace.